Good evening and welcome to the show as we continue with our grooming hobby for his summer cut. I've been doing a little bit of work beforehand and testing out some techniques which I'll be performing. I brought the camera a little bit closer to the table so hopefully you can, other than seeing a lot of your bum, why don't you turn around and say good evening to everyone, mister. That's it. Sit. There. Now that way. You'll never listen to me. As you go, it's my voice, isn't it? So I'm starting the show off as I normally do, giving them a good brush through. Over here. He's in a bit of an unruly mood, but what I want to do is get him to lay on the table because I'm going to be working on his back tonight. But because I've got him on the table for a half an hour beforehand, he thinks now's the time for treats, but it's not time for treats. Treats come when you behave yourself. Because his hair has got a curl to it, the hairs are incredibly long, and that's why these guys are usually better off with a short coat. I'm really jealous of the people who've got the Tibetan Terriers that's got the really long hair but it's straight and it feels like hair as well, where he just feels like I've got an afro. Obi's an afro. You're an Afro Tibetan Terrier, aren't you? Yeah, smoking the old Jamaican old Holborn. So Obi's a Rastafarian Tibetan Terrier. So no matter which way you look at it, with a Tibetan Terrier, you'll always be using a brush. Especially for grooming, especially everybody grooms a Tibetan Terrier at least once a week. I know some people don't, which I don't understand why they don't. I actually get a lot of joy from grooming Obi. But what I'm trying to do also is I'm trying to flatten the hair because I'll be using the scissors and the comb to pick up the hair so that I can make the cut. Earlier on I couldn't get you off the table. No, I can't get you to lay down. What is it? What is it with you? And also I'm going to be asking people, because I've just started giving Obi the man bun, I wonder if people have got a technique. You know what I mean? There's an elastic band a good thing to use for a head bun. Because what I want to do with his hair is actually like give him a little Mohican or something like that. Decorate his hair, that's the only decoration that it should be on the dog. But also what I want to do as well is get a hold of a lavender plant, get a few of the heads and actually work the heads into the ponytails. Because not only will that be good for the actual jacket, also smell nice as well. Because that's one thing you can do with long hair, isn't it, Omi? You can hide things in it. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be so cute. I wish you would turn around the other way. I wish there was a way I could angle the camera so you could actually see the two of us together, but that means having a very high angle camera. And I'm using my phone for the live video feeds, so I can't even look who's in chat without having to get away from the table. And I'm enjoying brushing Obi. Right, let's get started. Now, obviously I'm going to be doing his back, so he doesn't need to go on the frame. This is quite a tedious job, but the good thing about it is, because his hair's so long, I can be very forgiving with the cut, particularly the first one, and just take the hair down a little bit at a time. I mean, this job's going to take a while to do, but the good thing about it is it's your own work. This is all about bonding with your dog as well. Now I'm going to have to use the wider side, because obviously I've been through them already. You're going to lie down now, okay. And I just... there. That's better. I tell you what, let's start giving him his treats now, and hopefully he'll settle down. These are from Asda. These are his favourite treats ever. It's just a string of sausage. But the good thing about these is that I can hang them up and feed them at the same time. So I'm using the wide teeth, and I'm basically backcombing I think for grooming, if I'm truthful with myself, I think the best implements for dog grooming are actually the same as any for a hairdresser. Now there's a lot more selection of scissors through Boots, so I'm going to start looking at Boots and see what type of stuff they have there, because they have thinning scissors as well. Humans use thinning. Obi, come back over here. Now you're misbehaving because you know there's treats. Don't misbehave. Okay? It's not acceptable. You're supposed to be uber cute. You've just been an uber pain. Sometimes you have to give him a little stiff talking to, but he understands what I say. And what he'll do is he'll get me back for it, because I'll be just getting ready to maybe play a game or something like that, and then he'll turn and say, I need to pee. Guaranteed. So I'm backcombing here, and I'm cutting just a tiny little bit at a time. I'm not looking for evenness. What I'm looking for is a good length. And use the blade of the comb to lift the hair so that you don't overcut. Sometimes I just have to move with the dog's body. He might want to change position, he might become uncomfortable, so you just let them walk about but guide them back to the safest position of all, which is bum towards you. Right, so I'm coming into territory now where the hair is incredibly long. This is where you want to make sure you don't undercut. Like I say, take it down a bit at a time. It's not an exacting science, it's just logic. I mean, what I say to myself is, I know I'm going to make mistakes, but what can I do to lessen those mistakes? And that's always undercut, not overcut. Also, when I've been taking OB out of late, I've been noticing over the past couple of days, because when I started this, that I could see a shape coming, but it looks really funny because his rear end looks a lot thinner than his front. His front is just like, he's a big bulky boy, but from the back he looks more like a whippet. Also, I'll be doing a bit more thinning, especially on round the mane. Hopefully we can get up to the mane tonight. Then I'll take a break and process this. Oh, let's have a little brush here, let's see what it looks like. Also, I find using the brush after a little bit of cut, it just picks up all the hair that's about there, so you get a sort of like a more idea of where you need to sort of like pay attention to. Because I notice that I've missed this part out completely, because there's different lengths of hair. So I'll work on this side, bring it a bit closer to the skin. And because I've been through this area already with the thinning scissors, I can feel a good bit of skin, which means especially the hot summer coming in, but also like where it's when we do get a bit of rain, it won't be so wet, because it will just cling to them. There we go. That's my boy. So again, just start from here. What are you wondering about? I was finally able to order all my medication today. The surgery wasn't open yesterday. Well, it was open because it was just a normal day other than the bank holiday. But none of the staff turned up for work, so they had to close it at dinner time. So I thought, just typical, isn't it? But hopefully my medication will be ready by Friday. If not, I'll have to contact the surgery again. So I hope everybody's had a really nice day. Whoops. Sometimes when he changes positions, you can, I tend to find that I can work around it, but it's just getting the right position to sort of like, to make the first initial cut. And here we go. Again, I'll be using the wide teeth, not the narrow teeth, because the hair is so thick on the back. Was that tickly? Did that tickle you? It's right on the tickly spot, right on the spine. That's one of the good things about her. I'm sorry, mate, you can moan as much as you want. Can you hear him? He's so hard done by, aren't you? You're so hard done by. But you're not going to get away that easy, mister. I know all your little games. And I just need to grab you by the inner leg and use my body to turn you around without actually gripping you. I'm just the best. I mean, this is just typical 4-year-old type of thing, isn't it? I mean, they say they have the mentality of a 4-year-old, which is, I think, quite accurate. I remember my sister when she was 4, and she was a bit cute. But sometimes you just have to entertain the dog and let him walk about on the table so that he because what I don't want to go beyond this part, the first white band, because that's where his mane's going to start. Like I says, if the hair's nice and long, you can be generous, but don't be over generous yourself. Some people can become quite scissor happy with their cuts. That's another reason for using this always like that, is if you notice that he said just turn right round to look at me, and yet I was still cutting away, is because I knew this was between the skin. I don't take chances with Bobby. I take my grooming seriously. And it's a time-consuming job, this one in particular, because so I want to keep along the body, I want to keep the hair from the top of the back, middle of the back, down to the side, to the just before the belly turns under. About here. Try and keep it short, but what I might do is do a bit more of thinning, because what I want to do is keep the hair long in this side if I can, to make it a bit more aerodynamic. I can hear your pitiful cries, mister. Do you want a treat? Yeah, you stopped now, didn't you? I find when I'm doing this part is that I'm flirting between the top and the back. Oh, what is it? What's up with you tonight? Your bum is a bit close to that edge. I think you could fall off if you don't watch yourself, mister. Mr. Boss Man. And you're just lazily putting the comb through his hair, because contact he hasn't done that in a long time, has he? Come here. Give me your balloon. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sit Daisy. Sit Daisy. A bit more about Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. Eh? More like Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. So maybe what he's saying is he's had enough of the cutting tonight. So but I did a good bit there. But what I have been doing is I've been bringing them on the table a couple of times during the day. Oh, that's what you're after. Right, down. Oops. Down. 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 That's it. There we go. So I think I've given them enough cutting for tonight. So what I'm going to do now is just give them a little brush, give them a little bit of a treat, and look forward to getting a little bit more work done tomorrow. What do you say? Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Right, just the house poltergeist story. So I wonder if there's something better than just using these things in the hair, because I wonder if there's little tricks you can do with the I have to just give him the treats. It's the only way I'm going to get my hand on his head, because he thinks I'm teasing him. And that's one thing you should never do, is tease a dog over food. When you present the food, it's his or hers. There you go. There we go. So I wonder if there's any hard or fact truths about putting the man bun up. If people got a particular technique. I mean, I am for the ones that can actually do that. They can braid the hair. I think if you're good with a comb and stuff like that, and quite arty, you could make what do you call it, give him a Mohican or something like that, eh? But yeah, I do like him with his man bun. And I've noticed that other people take even more notice of him, because they can see his big thieving eyes. It is so attracted to food, it's unbelievable. But not just any food, it's got to be of a particular kind. He's very fussy. And yeah, you're really fussy. I mean, his hair's long on top, but not long. Give it a break. Come on, you balloon. Also, hopefully on Sunday I'll be able to do his face. I want to do his face from beginning to end. A good clean out. Might use several different techniques to actually see which one's the best. I mean, if you've got a favourite that you like using for when you're cleaning the face, let me know. Yeah, I wish I could be a bit more arty with it. Because I find these things really tight on my hands. And finish it off with a nice little flurry. But yeah, you could put the stalk of a lavender in that, and the lavender oil actually is really good for your skin, but also it keeps fleas at bay as well. Fleas hate lavender. Fleas hate lavender. So we're getting there. Today when I took him to the doctor's surgery to reorder my tablets, and it was good in a sense because it was raining, so he just wore his jacket all the way there, so he didn't look a mess, because he's starting to look a little bit scruffy, doesn't he? But like I says, I rather cut a little bit at a time to get it, but that's it. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. I will see you all again tomorrow, and I hope you have a good evening. I hope it's not too bad. The weather here is quite wet. It's very wet at the moment, but I think the ground needs it, so it's all good. Anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good evening.